Oh my god, this is our last Zoom meeting of the day, right?
Right, I hope it is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see. Everything's lined up. I've got the kids lined up.
Good.
Tyrone.
Tyrone's ready.
And how about Joel?
Joel's very excited. He's all set.
That's great. That's great. So Operation Appreciation Party, good to go.
We're good to go.
That's great. All right, I will talk to you later.
All right, see you
Thanks.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Good going.
High five.
Let's go do this.
You're not gonna wear those, are you?
Nobody's gonna see my pajama bottoms.
Yeah, they are.
Damn it.
Hello, and welcome to Dezart Performs 2019-2020 end of season wrap party. I'm Tyrone, the star of our opening season's productions of Hand to God. Did any of you see it? I thought my performance was, shall we say, devilish. It's been quite a successful year for the company. Besides Hand to God, we did critically acclaimed productions of Daniel's Husband, Sweat, and Every Brilliant Thing. Each show was special and unique, and our audiences loved them all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go work on my acceptance speech for the DTL Awards. Here's the president of Dezart Performs, Clark Duggar.
Hi, I am Desert Star Award winner Joel Bryant. Now, we live in unprecedented times. There is a worldwide pandemic, protests in the street, political upheaval. And because of all that, not only did it cut the season short, but we are required by law to fastidiously fact-check anything that is put on the internet. I have been brought in to fact-check everything that Tyrone has just said. And don't worry, I'm not going to hurt Tyrone's feelings. He's just a puppet for the man. I mean, literally, he's a puppet. He's fine. He's going to be fine. So let's get to the fact checking of what Tyrone just said. First of all, he called this a rap party. It's less of a party, more of a season wrap up. It's more of a computer hangout. A bit of a soiree, if you will. I just don't want to raise the expectations of a party because we're not all getting together and partying. We're more individually soireeing. So just want to take care of that. Also, he said the critically acclaimed Daniel's Husband, Sweat, and Every Brilliant Thing. Not totally true. Daniel's Husband, critically acclaimed. Sweat, critically acclaimed. Every Brilliant Thing, not so much because we never did it. I mean, I should know. I was in it and I never actually performed it to critics. That being said, at the table read, the director, Deborah Harmon, when we were all done, she said, "Good job, Joel." So it was acclaimed, but just not critically acclaimed. Just to clarify that there. He also said audiences love them all. They obviously love Hand to God, Daniel's Husband, they love Sweat. They did not love Every Brilliant Thing because once again, they didn't see it. They are going to love it because it's actually going to kick off the next season. So they will love Every Brilliant Thing. They just haven't loved it in the past tense of it. So just want to clarify that grammatically. And last but not least, he introduced Clark Duggar at the end of his speech. And as a matter of fact, I'm not going to introduce Clark Duggar. I will just fact check that. And I would like to instead introduce the artistic director of Dezart Performs. Please welcome Michael Shaw.
Thank you, Joel. Welcome, everyone. We have over 100 patrons, sponsors, volunteers, artists, staff, and friends joining us today on YouTube. So please, pour yourself a glass of wine, a Diet Coke, or sparkling water. Put together some cheese and crackers, and join me in a toast as we show our appreciation to all of you. I don't know about you, but during the lockdown, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned that I really enjoy having long hair and wearing a bandana around my head. I enjoy early morning walks around the park with Clark. I love pajama bottoms a lot. And if I never do another Zoom meeting again, I'll be fine with that. I've done a lot of cooking, done a lot of binge watching, and of course, spent hours planning next steps and researching everything that's necessary to make sure that our return happens as soon and as safely as possible. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Today is about you, our patrons, volunteers, artists, donors, and friends, and those whose support made our 12th season possible. We will be honoring a few special individuals for their extraordinary contribution to this past season. But right now, please enjoy these behind-the-scenes highlights from the company's most attended and critically acclaimed season of theater. January 10th. I play Daniel. I play Daniel's husband.
Okay.
Next time you wake up, it'll be with me stapled to your arm.
Fuck yeah!
We'd like to thank all of the many sponsors who help Dezart Performs year after year. Our local businesses play an important role in the lives of each of us in this community and in the success of Dezart Performs by providing lodging, meals, advertising, and so much more. As we recognize these wonderful businesses, please return the favor by supporting them as much as you can. Their survival is important to all of us. Our season would not be possible without the generous financial support of our producing sponsors and partners, including Albert and Ludim Camacho, Carol Fragan and the late Dr. Ronald Fragan, Dick Geist and J.T. Magadans, Dr. Michael F. Jaworski, David Lee, Stuart Leviton and Herb Schultz, the estate of Jason and Margie Lewis, Carol and Leon Moore, Tom Rogers and Sally Anderson, Penny Shaw, Ann Sheffer and Bill Scheffler, Steve Snyder and Mark Kemper, the Grace Helen Spearman Charitable Foundation, the John P. Monahan Foundation, the Inland Empire Community Foundation, and the Western Wind Foundation. I'd like to also extend a special thanks to Kathy Schenkelberg and her one-person show Squeeze My Cans and the Desert Rose Playhouse for hosting a fundraising event last fall to benefit our scholarship program. This past spring, Dezart Performs was asked to be the nonprofit partner and fiscal agent for the CV Mask Project. This program was a volunteer effort led by Lucy Arnez to produce thousands of protective gowns and face masks for the Eisenhower Medical Center and communities throughout the Coachella Valley. Many of our very own volunteers stepped up, cutting, sewing, and delivering these vital protective supplies. Dezart Performs would like to extend a special thank you to all the dedicated volunteers and partners who successfully produced 20,000 gowns and over 10,000 face masks for this effort. Although our 2019-2020 season was cut short because of the coronavirus, it didn't diminish the truly remarkable year of thoughtful and bold theater you experienced. Here is a look back at the shows audiences cheered for night after night. Dezart Performs provides theater arts mentoring opportunities for Palm Springs High School drama students in the fields of lighting and sound design, production assistance, and stage management. They are given the opportunity to interact with and assist professional designers, directors, artists, and staff throughout all phases of producing live theater. At the end of each season, Dezart Performs producers, artistic director, and staff select one or more deserving drama student seniors to be recipients of scholarships ranging from $500 to $1,000 each. This year's scholarships were awarded to 3 Palm Springs High School students in recognition of their outstanding participation in the theater arts. Congratulations to Maya Orozco, Frank Barrera, and Cameron Keys. Please enjoy the following clips of these dedicated students accepting their awards.
My name is Maya Orozco, and I was an intern for Dezart this year, and I was a recipient of their scholarship. And so I would just like to take a second to explain to you how Dezart really impacted me. So working with them really helped me realize how much goes into putting on a show, because you have so many different aspects like costumes, backstage, actors, lighting, sound, and it really gave me a new appreciation on the theater world while working with them, because I was able to work backstage and it made me realize every little detail that is put into one of their shows, and I don't think I would have realized the amount of effort and work that it takes to put on a show of that degree. So working with them was just very eye-opening, and it gave me a lot of experience. So I would just like to say thank you so much.
Hi everybody, my name is Frank Barrera. I'm one of the receivers of the Dezart Performs scholarship, and I really don't know what to say, because this is just such a huge honor for me, and I think it's just so shocking, the fact that this even was able to happen for me. I really want to appreciate everybody personally, and I want to thank everybody personally, because you guys saw something in me that I didn't see, and I guess that kind of opened my eyes to something that maybe told me that I can pursue theater as a career, and I'm definitely going to now, because I've applied for college, and that's basically my major, theater. So thank you guys so much.
Hello, my name is Cameron Keys, and I was one of the recipients for the Scott Smith Scholarship Award this year. And I would just like to take a few moments to first of all say how thankful I am to Dezart for this award, as well as all the opportunities that they've given me, from watching the shows to being a stagehand and behind the scenes. Just what an incredible amount of hard work does for the art and the artists, from an incredible attention to detail in technical theater to the directors and the actors who work together to produce honest works of art, is really just indispensable, and helped me become a better actor myself and really look at the bigger picture. And I don't think I would have discovered a lot that I did about myself if I didn't have my experiences with Dezart. So really, truly, thank you for that.
2 years ago, Dezart Performs began a new tradition in recognizing the talents of the many designers who work with us in costume, sound, set, lighting, and hair and makeup design. And thus, the Creative Star Award was born. This season's recipient of the Creative Star Award is presented to Frank Cazares for his thoughtful, character-driven design and costume for Dezart Performs' production of Sweat. Congratulations, Frank.
Thank you, Michael Shaw and Dezart Performs, for this award. Thank you for letting me do what I love to do most, and that's help create magic on stage. This show was definitely one for the books. One I've been with Dezart for about 3 years now, and every show it's just more challenging for me, and I love all that. I love being part of bringing that magic that we all know Dezart Performs brings, and the talent and the people who I've met. I know this is a difficult time we're in right now, but reflecting on Sweat and the 3 years that I've been with Dezart Performs, and it just makes me so privileged to be a part of something that I love, especially when I get to design and be a part of something so magical. Thanks again, Dezart Performs. I really appreciate it. With much love. Until next show.
There are so many important parts to a nonprofit like Dezart Performs, none of which are more dedicated and passionate than our 30-plus volunteers. They perform various duties ranging from box office to concessions to ushering and to administrative, all of whom are vital to our mission. Each year, one volunteer is selected for their outstanding service to receive the Star Volunteer of the Year award. This year's recipient is the delightful Suzanne Gomez. Suzanne, thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you, Michael. Oh, and thank you for thinking about my health. I appreciate that. But you're home now, baby. So my very first award ever for doing my very favorite thing ever. I work with a wonderful group of volunteers at Dezart Performs who've made me feel very welcome over the past 3 years. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank Clark and Michael and all of the dedicated and inspiring people at Dezart who create and care for us every day. Thank you so much.
Donors are the lifeline of Dezart Performs, and we simply could not survive without them. In recognition of two of our most loyal and dedicated supporters, we are proud to present the 2020 Angel Award to Ludim and Elber Camacho. Nonprofit theater companies are built on the foundation laid by friends like these. Thank you for your generosity, your loyalty, and your enthusiasm. We love you, Ludim and Elber.
Ludim and I are very happy to support Dezart Performs in their quest to bring socially relevant theater to the Valley and their scholarship program that acquaints students with theater. We're very honored to receive this award.
The world seemed to change overnight for all of us. While we have been paused, theaters across the country have been working to develop best practices and face the challenges as we prepare to return to live theater performances. Many of the Coachella Valley's theaters stopped mid-production or ceased to open a rehearsed production, so their stages remain as they were when stay-at-home orders were announced in mid-March. The Alliance of Desert Theaters was formed as a cooperative of producing theater companies that addressed the concerns about how the coronavirus pandemic will affect performing arts organizations in the Valley. It may look different, but the theater you love and support will be as thought-provoking and as bold as you expect. To ensure the safety of our artists, patrons, and staff during the ongoing uncertainty and threat posed by COVID-19, we will re-envision the experience of live theater for our 2021 season. Dezart Performs plans to add performances for each production to allow for low seating capacity in observance with social distancing. Because of the need for lighter occupancy in our theater, we anticipate very limited seating availability for our 2021 season productions. We are exploring the potential for virtual or streamed performances to share our work with more audiences and provide options for how to experience our work. Dezart Performs will present 3 plays next season. Our 2021 season will include Every Brilliant Thing, starring the delightful Joel Bryant in the award-winning one-person comedy about depression. Girlfriend, the rock musical duet that celebrates the tentativeness and exuberance of a budding romance between 2 gay teens in a small Nebraska town in the 1990s. And The End of It, a new drama by Paul Coates in a searing emotional roller coaster that follows 3 couples as they face the disillusion of a 20-year marriage, The honest, darkly comic, and deeply felt drama delivers a voyeuristic punch as the couples erupt with anger, grief, and ultimately, acceptance. Tickets and dates for all 3 shows will be announced as soon as possible. Dezart Performs staff will reach out to you when they become available. Thank you for joining us today. We miss you terribly. Theater is about the human connection, that moment of exchange between an actor and audience. What makes the COVID-19 pandemic so very difficult, particularly for our Dezart Performs family, is that it has deprived us of that exchange that stirs our souls. But this is only temporary. We may not have a clear picture on when theater will return in a way that is safe for all of us. But what we can tell you today is that Dezart Performs will return.
As proud members of this season's acting ensemble,
we cannot express enough the gratitude we feel towards this community and its love
for Dezart Performs. The work we do on stage would not be possible without you.
It is a dream to share the theater experience with our audience.
In the face of COVID-19, to say that we are in uncharted waters
would be an understatement.
Although these challenging times forced Dezart Performs
to change its programming and cut the season short,
we want you to know one thing.
Dezart Performs is not going anywhere.
Dezart Performs is not going anywhere.
Is not going anywhere.
As the company makes plans for next season
to adjust to a new normal,
your help is needed now, more than ever.
More than ever.
More than ever. We all remain eager to return to the stage and welcome you back.
And until that day comes, we are forever grateful
for your support.
For your support.
For your support.
Dezart Performs is here and still dreaming.
See, I'm going to New York with you. Yeah, you know Buck Harris, the Yankees manager, gave me a job as coach as long as you're on the team. If you're the coach, you must know all the players. I certainly do. Well, I've never met the guys, so you'll have to tell me their names, and then I'll know who's playing on the team. I'll tell you their names, but, you know, it seems to me they give these ball players nowadays very particular names. Oh, you mean funny names? Well, let's see. We have on the bags who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. That's what I want to find out. I say who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. You're gonna be the coach? Yes. And you don't know the fellas' names? Well, I should. Then who's on first? Yes. I mean the fella's name. Who? The guy on first. Who? The first baseman. Who? That guy playing. Who is on first? I'm asking you who's on first. That's the man's name. That's whose name? Yes. Well, go ahead and tell me. I just did. Who? Yes.